Hello and welcome to this week's face yoga class live on Zoom and on replay. Today's class is a 20-minute strength and tone class. So it is quite a strong class, so please be mindful of any issues, especially around the neck. I'm hoping you've got clean hands, a clean face, some of your favourite facial oil or serum, some water nearby. Always good to drink some water during your face yoga class and definitely afterwards. And let's apply some oil. So I've got the Glow facial oil today, Blue Glow facial oil. You could even apply cream if you wanted to, but really the oils and the serums give us that glide that we want. All over the face and neck. Okay, great. So let's start with our little lymphatic sweeps. So these are just very light touches, little sweeps, just to give the lymphatic system a little kickstart, and that's the part of the body that deals with toxins, gets those out of the cells, gets them back into the flow of the system through the body. It doesn't have a pump, so by doing massage and movement we just boost that system a bit. Take your index finger and put it behind your ear. Might make you swallow, that's a good sign. Stroke down the neck gently. Give it a little wiggle at the collarbone. Okay, whilst we're here, let's do our neck warm up. So just gently moving the head from side to side, warming up the neck. And then straight forward. Gently tipping the head up. So like I said before, please be mindful. You know your body best. Always work to your own level. Okay, let's drop our ear to our shoulder now, feeling that gentle stretch down the side of the neck. We're going to be breathing nice and deeply in and out through the nose, through the whole of our practice. If you want, you can make the stretch a little bit stronger by putting your hand on your head. Other side now, drop the ear to the shoulder. Breathe into the stretch. Pulling that head down a little bit more if that feels good to you today. And back up, let's do some shoulder rolls. And the other way. Lovely. Right, let's start with a little thumb pad massage. So if you want to apply a little bit more oil to your thumb pads there, or you might already have some on there from your little application before, and we're just going to start massaging along the jaw. What we're going to do is just warm up the whole face. Moving up onto the cheeks now, massaging all of the muscles on the face, warming it up, bringing that blood and oxygen to the skin surface, little circles to the forehead. Other side now. Along the jaw, massage those little circles, and across the forehead. Lovely. Let's get going with our strengthening technique. So we're starting with putting our palms onto the edge of our forehead here. So we're going to pull everything nice and tight, not too strongly, just gently. We're never doing anything too strongly in our face yoga. Lift the chin up just slightly if that feels good for you today, and just breathe here. And on the next exhale, close the eyes, and can you feel a little shake or pulse around the eyes as they're closed there, with everything nice and tight and taut. Breathe. And bring the chin back down. Okay, strong one on the neck there to start with, but we're warming everything up and hopefully you're okay with that. Okay, let's move on to forehead tightener now. So similar, but a little bit different. We're just going to use our fingers to pull our eyebrows away from each other there. We're going to look into the distance and just breathe. So pulling our forehead nice and tight there, open the eyes wide and breathe. Hi. Welcome. We're doing our forehead tightener here. Just to catch you up, we've done a little warm-up, massaged our face a little bit, and now we're moving on to strengthening. We're doing a 20-minute strengthening and toning class, okay? So hopefully you've applied your oil. And relax down, just give the shoulders a little roll if you need to there. And we'll get back into position. So just pulling the eyebrows away from each other gently. Look into the distance with eyes nice and wide and breathe. Good, and relax down. Okay, great. So we're just going to massage now, fingers onto forehead and just slide them from side to side. Breathe nice and deeply. Little hum on this exhale if you like, little sigh if that feels good for you. Massaging our forehead always just feels so great. A lot of tension held here in that frontalis muscle. Lovely. Onto our eye strengthening techniques now. So we're starting with the mini V. A few bits to this one. We're putting our middle fingers in the eyebrow, between the eyebrows. We're putting our index fingers to the side of our eyes here. This is to isolate the muscles. We're going to lift that chin up again slightly if that feels good for you. And with everything nice and isolated and taut there, we're just going to squint our eyelids together to make that little shake or pulse again and breathe. And bring your head back down to centre. We'll just pause for a few seconds before we repeat. Let's go back into position there. So lift the chin up, squint the eyes together, working that orbicularis oculi muscle around the eyes. And bring the chin back down. I'm going to do that for another last count of 15 seconds. When you're ready, back into position. Lift the head up, squint the eyelids together. We don't want to scrunch up the forehead, and we don't want to scrunch up round the eyes either. We're holding everything nice and tight there, so we're smoothing out any lines that are there. What we're doing is strengthening that muscle by giving a little spasm, a little shake to the muscle. And bring the arms down, smooth out the forehead if you need to there. Shake round the shoulders again, little roll. Onto flirty eyes. Fingers onto the cheeks, lips over the teeth. And what that's doing is isolating that bottom area and keeping everything nice and taut. Whole face and neck workout this one. We're going to look up and flutter the eyelids this time. And break for a few seconds. Are you feeling that workout? Let's get back into position. Look up and flutter. And bring the arms down. Brilliant. Okay, so now let's just do a little massage to finish this section. Crow's feet smoothers. We're using our fingertips just to smooth away, massage the muscle there, giving it a good workout. Now we're just giving it a little massage. And bring the arms down, give them a bit of a shake. Good arm workout there, that section. Okay, right, so moving on to the cheeks and mouth area now. Let's put 3 fingers onto our top lip to keep it nice and smooth. We're going to puff out our cheeks and we're going to take the other hand and tap all over one cheek and then the other side. If you've got an area that you want to focus on, perhaps you feel like cheeks are starting to sag a little bit, you want to give them a nice strengthen, or you're getting lines there and you want to smooth those out, just focus on that area with your taps. And release onto the other side, putting those 3 fingers there. And relax down, giving the inside of the cheeks a little massage there with our breath, and then giving everything a little invigorating tap on the outside too. Now let's just massage around the mouth, so gently putting the lips over teeth. I'm just going to take 2 fingers and give ourselves a little massage around the mouth. Lovely. Jaw toner. 2 fingers and thumb. Said it the right way around that time. I've figured it out. Fingers and thumb. Pinching down into the jaw. Not pinching the skin, pinching down. Might feel a little bit tender if you're holding tension here today. Two thumbs, 7 strokes up to the ear. And a little gentle stroke down the neck. Moving down to under the chin and our neck now. Gel buster, fingers into the elbow and the tops of the fingers here under the chin. We're going to push our chin into our hand into our chin. We're just going to take 5 deep breaths here. Now tap. Lovely. Onto the giraffe now. Little wiggle at the collarbone. And then we're going to gently lift our chin if it feels good for you today, mindful of that neck. We're going to jut our lower lip out, not like as strong as you can, just jut it out a little bit, strengthening that jaw area. We're going to gently stretch the front of our neck, the platysma muscle, very hard working. Tires easily, so don't do this for too long if it doesn't feel good. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here if that feels good for you today. and bring the chin back down. So it's a strengthening class this, but it's also quite relaxing. I'm feeling quite relaxed doing these techniques today, even though I'm giving my face and neck a good workout. Let's do Kiss the Sky now. So we're going to do kissing sound, or if you prefer, lip smacking sound. Lift the chin up, and we're going to do that 30 times, working that lower face and the front of the neck. And bring the chin back down. Let's repeat that now. Chin back down. I'm going to do one last set of 30 of those. Bring the chin back down. Super simple one that. You don't need your hands. You don't need to have applied any oil or anything. You can do it pretty much anywhere. Perhaps not like, I don't know, on a date. I don't know. But you know, pretty much anywhere. And it's a really good workout, that one. Okay, so our last strengthening technique of the neck and of our class today. We're going to do our swan neck, and then we're going to do our tongue into the roof of the mouth on the count of a second, like this. This is the tongue. And we're going to do that 30 times on each side. Another strong one for the neck now, so please stop this if it doesn't feel good for you today. You're going to turn your head to the side, tip the head backwards like a beautiful swan, and then do that movement with the tongue onto the roof of the mouth. And bring back down, head to centre. Did I say we're doing it 30 times? If I didn't, we are. 30 times on the other side now, so turn the head, tip the head back, 30 presses with the tongue to the roof of the mouth, 1 second each. And chin back down to centre, back to centre. Okay, let's do our sternocleidomastoid massage now. So taking our finger and thumb, we're working the big muscle that goes from behind the ears down to the collarbone. Turn your head slightly so it makes it pop out a little bit more. We're just going to give it a good old pinch down into the muscle, hold for the count of 3, and then move up the muscle. We're just going to repeat that till we get under the ear. And repeat. Again, a muscle that can hold a lot of tension, so it might feel a little bit tender. Feels so good to give it a massage. Take 2 fingers, medium pressure, massaging up. And then ever so slightly, light touch, straight back down. Other side now, turning the head. See that muscle poke out a little bit more, pinch down into it, finger and thumb, and then move up the muscle. And repeat. one last time. Two fingers, medium pressure. And then ever such a light touch back down. Let's give ourselves a little tap. Coming to the end of this 20-minute class. Come back to this anytime you need. 20-minute workout, face and neck. Whiz by, didn't it? Let's do some shoulder shrugs. And let's finish with a spinal twist. So turning our body, putting our left hand on our right thigh, on the outside of our right thigh, standing up, sitting up nice and tall, twist the body, put your other hand behind your back if you like, and take a breath here. Other side now, so twisting the body, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, sit up nice and tall and twist. Nice breath here. And that's it, that's our class for this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Blissful Lift members. Oh goodness me. Well, I'm glad it's come back on again. No worries at all. Blissful Lift members will be week 4. I'll be posting in tomorrow, which will be the integration of our Sue Stress Calm Skin. And then next week I'll be dropping the spring reset. So it's a 4-week spring skin reset. Again, we'll be doing it weekly drops, but I will put more about that in the forum very soon. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Much love. Thank you. Bye.